is Anna Banana and this is me on Beat the Pack. Enjoy!
I'm Jay Comfrey and this is Beat the Pack, the show where if you can stay ahead of your opponents, you can win up to £12,000. Now, on our previous show, Lorna, our receptionist, beat the pack and earned the right to return as our control player on today's show. So, Lorna, come and join me. All right. Hello. Big round of applause for you there. A big smile on your face. Now, I remember that smile from the last show. You were standing up there throughout the whole time, smiling away in the pack, and you went on to win the show. What was your secret?
I tried to be nice so that I didn't get eliminated, and it worked. Okay,
well, you can't afford to be too nice today because you're going to be the one doing the eliminations. But just remind us what you'd like to spend the money on if you leave with some good cash.
I'd like to go to Tokyo on holiday because I like Lost in Translation. I want to find my own Bill Murray, fix him up good.
Brilliant. Right, so you're looking for Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And £12,000 is enough to do that, right?
Yeah.
The only thing standing in your way, you know, because you were one of them on the last show, are the pack. Shall we meet them?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Danny, chess coach from Northumberland.
Anna, lifeguard from Cardiff.
Mike, apprenticeship manager from Stockport.
Chev, kitchen team leader, Carlisle.
Alexander, business psychology graduate from Warwickshire.
Colleen, day centre manager from London.
Tom, builder from Leeds.
So, Lorna, that is the pack that stands between you and the dream trip to Tokyo. Now, who do you think out of that pack is the biggest threat to you walking away with some good money today?
Alexander looks quite clever.
You think so?
He's got a clever face. I'm a bit worried.
And a psychology graduate, Alexander. Yeah. How important could psychology be on a show like this, do you think?
It depends, because you have to be a good judge of character, that kind of thing. But we'll see, I guess.
Okay, who else worries you?
Mike, he's got glasses. That's a sign of being clever, isn't it?
Okay, so the glasses are off, which only leaves Danny as the vulnerable member of the pack at this stage. And Danny, I'm fascinated, a chess coach.
That's right, yeah. Chess grandmaster.
Wow. Yeah. And that's all about tactics and decision-making and a bit of double bluffing, isn't it?
No, not really. Just play randomly.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wonder whether Danny is telling the truth at the start of this show.
No.
Right. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're still smiling. £12,000 could be yours by the end of today's show.
Okay.
Shall we see what stands between you and the final?
Let's do it.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
Ball games, film heroines, the number 4, politicians, celebrity chefs, and Germany.
Oh, no.
Not the reaction we were looking for at this stage of the game, because we're talking about big money here. Each of those categories is worth up to £2,000. And all Lorna has to do is answer one question correctly from each category for the chance to win up to £12,000. But if she gets a question wrong at any time, she's out of the game. There are no second chances. However, if she doesn't like a question, she doesn't have to answer it. I'll just replace it with an easier one, but it will cost Lorna some money. The money halves every time she passes. Now, the pack will also be answering every question. So if Lorna passes and they all get it right, she loses control and goes home with nothing. And that's not all. One of the pack will then take her place. Lorna, let's do it. Let's play Beat the Pack. Little dance of excitement.
I'm ready.
So despite the little boogie there, I'm guessing you're not overly excited by these 6 topics.
Politicians, have a word. I know I should probably go for the hardest first, because I've got a lot of pack members, but I want to go for easy. So I'm going to go celebrity chefs.
And one more thing before we get going and take a look at the first question. I will give you a helping hand during the game. I'll give you the chance to give me 2 answers to any one question, a double answer. So let me know when you want to use it. And use it carefully, because you only get it once, all right?
Okay.
So let's take a look at Lorna's £2,000 question on celebrity chefs. What was the title of the long-running newspaper column written by Fanny and Johnnie Cradock? Bon Appetit, Bon Courage, Bon Viveur, Bon Voyage. Lorna, have a think. Pack, for the first time today, Please answer now. And all 7 members of the pack have locked in their answer. Right, Lorna, it's the first question. It's the hardest question on celebrity chefs. So would you like to play or pass?
I don't know it,
Mm-hmm.
so I think I'm going to pass. But part of me wants to... Because isn't Fanny Cradock the girl, woman, who used to cook at Christmas with a big jumper, I think? And she was quite glam. So something like Bon Appetit. But I think I'm going to pass because I'm a bit worried.
Lorna's chosen to pass on the £2,000 question on celebrity chefs. You thought it might be...
Well, either Bon Appetit or Bon Appetit.
Okay, let's have a look at the correct answer. You knew it.
Trust your
It
guts.
was in.
Trust your guts.
Trust your instinct. That's one of the really big lessons on this game. So, Lorna did not go with her instinct. She chose to pass, so we turn our attention to the pack. And if we see 7 correct answers from our 7 members of the pack, Lorna's game is already over. Let's see who got the correct answer. Anna, well done. Anna, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So are you a bit of a chef?
No. I got there because I thought Bon Appetit, well, that's just rubbish. Bon Courage, I thought, and then Bon Voyage was like that. Well, you know, like I thought, well, that sounds posher. So I went for that.
You went posh.
I went posh.
And posh has seen you through to the next category. And Anna, into the safe area. What a start for you. Well done.
Thank you.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at the next question. It's worth £1,000. What is the title of the American TV cookery show on which Nigella Lawson appeared as a judge in 2013? The Cook-Off, The Taste, The Big Eat, Indulgence. Have a think, Lorna. Pack, over to you. Please give us your answer. Okay, so the pack have answered the question. Now it's a question for you.
Not Scooby.
Play or pass?
Okay. I think I'm going to pass. I don't think they'll know. I don't think Mike knows that. No way.
We're about to find out because you have chosen to pass, Lorna,
Yeah.
and you understand the risks. If all the pack know the right answer, you're going home.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what is the correct answer to the £1,000 question. It was The Taste. So now we turn to the pack. If we see 6 green lights, Lorna's game is already over. Here we go. Just Danny got the correct answer. Well, Danny, well done. A big Nigella fan?
No, it was just sort of gut feeling sort of thing.
A gut feeling sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've seen you through to the next category and into the safe area, Danny. So well done. You
Okay,
got the
thanks.
correct answer. Go and relax with Anna. And you, Lorna, now lose another pack member. It's you up against 5 members of the pack, and it's worth £500. At the age of 33, who became the youngest ever chef to win 3 Michelin stars? Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, Phil Vickery, Valentine Warner, or Marco Pierre White? Lorna, I'll come to you in a moment. Pack, please answer now. And very quickly, the pack lock in their answer.
Oh, no.
You've got a decision to make. Play or pass.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know it necessarily. It's not going to be Phil Vickery. Marco Pierre White. Has he got 3? I don't know if he's got a 3. And Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, I think it's him. I've never heard of Valentine Warner.
So,
Okay.
these are the options. Pass. And hope that the pack don't all know the right answer. Or play, and you can use the double answer if you want to.
I'm going to pass this one.
Lorna passes again, this time on the £500 question. Let's see the correct answer.
Ah.
It was Marco Pierre White. Let's see who got the correct answer. Four of the pack members knew the correct answer to that question. Chev, I'm glad you got that, because maybe you'd like to reveal where you work.
I work in a pub, in a kitchen.
In a kitchen.
In a kitchen.
Is Marco Pierre White your inspiration?
No, Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Colleen, was that a guess from you?
Bit of an educated guess.
You're all through to the next category. Go and relax in the safe area. Well done. It's Lorna up against Mike. Shall we have a look at the next question?
Gonna do this one.
Okay, it's worth £250. Here it is. The chef, Rick Stein, is particularly associated with which type of food? Seafood, cheese, cakes, vegetarian. Have a think, Lorna. Mike, please answer now. Mike answered pretty quickly. So, Lorna,
Yeah.
for a question that will determine your future on the game, would you like to play or pass?
I'm gonna play
And which answer will you give me?
seafood.
Okay, Lorna's chosen to play. Let's lock in seafood. Lorna, if it's the right answer,
Yeah.
£250 in the bank, we move on,
Okay.
and Mike will leave the game.
Okay.
If it's the wrong answer, you leave the game.
Okay.
Is seafood the correct answer? And seafood sees you into the next round. Well done. Rick Stein opened his first restaurant in 1974 in Padstow in Cornwall, and indeed he is a seafood expert. Well done, Lorna. Let's put £250 into the bank for you.
Okay.
You've successfully completed your first category, Celebrity Chefs. But Mike, it's bad news for you, I'm afraid. You're the only remaining member of the pack.
I know.
So you need to leave the pack. Thanks for playing, Mike.
No
Unlucky.
problem. Thank you.
Right, let's bring back the pack. So, the pack are back in place. You've got £250 in the bank. You've got 5 categories to go, each worth up to £2,000. You could still walk away with £10,250,
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
wouldn't it? Let's go for another category.
Okay. I'm gonna go Germany.
Why Germany?
Well, I lived in Berlin for 2 months, and I've gone around the country quite a lot with a job that I used to have, so should know it.
Let's see. Germany is Lorna's next category. So, can she answer the £2,000 question on Germany? The city of Ulm in southern Germany is the birthplace of which historical figure? Ludwig van Beethoven, Albert Einstein, Karl Marx, or Rudolf Diesel? Lorna, have a think. Pack. Answer now, please. So you travelled around Germany. Did you go to Ulm?
Never heard of it.
Do you, though, have an inkling?
No. I haven't even heard of Rudolf Diesel. Who's that? I'm going to pass.
Okay, so you decided to pass. Let's see what the correct answer is. Albert Einstein.
Okay.
Now, if the pack all knew that answer, then Germany has cost you your place in the game. Let's turn to the pack and see who knew that Albert Einstein was the correct answer. Four of the pack knew the correct answer. Putting a big smile on your face.
Because that was a guess too.
Was it a complete guess? It's a guess that moves you through to the next category and puts you, Alexander, Chev, and Danny into the safe area. Well done. So here's the deal. Really good news for those 4 members of the pack. That's really bad news for you. Because we now go on to the £1,000 question. It will still be pretty tough. And you've only got 2 members of the pack to try and beat. Okay? Ready to move on?
Yeah.
The next question is worth £1,000. Fledermaus is the German word for which creature? Bird, mouse, bat, or rabbit? Pack, please answer now. So the pack have done what they need to do. Lorna, we know you've been to Germany. Do you want to play or pass up against 2 pack members on the £1,000 question?
Oh, my heart's going. I think I'm going to have to play because there's only 2 of them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do my double answer, please. And I'm going to go for mouse and bird.
So let's bring up the double answer for Lorna. And lock in the 2 answers that she's given me. Bird and mouse. If one of those is the correct answer, £1,000 in your bank. If it's neither, you're out.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm not confident.
Really?
No.
Okay, well, let's see what happens then, Lorna. Fingers crossed for you. Is bird the correct answer to keep Lorna in the game? No.
It's got to be mouse. Fledermaus.
Let's see.
Fine, it's going to be mouse.
Is it going to be mouse?
Yeah, it's going to be mouse.
Is mouse the correct answer? It's not, Lorna.
It's going to be a rabbit.
Let's have a look. What is the correct answer? It's bat. And you know what that means, Lorna.
No.
It means you're out of the game. Of course, there was another option available to you. You could have passed. I can tell you, Anna did not give the correct answer. By passing, you would still be in the game and you'd still have your double answer available.
Rubbish.
Not rubbish, just not what you wanted. Thank you so much for being here and being such a fun player. But I'm afraid to say you failed to beat the pack, Lorna.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Back you come. A cautious game from Lorna. That's cost her place on Beat the Pack. She's gone, and so is the money she banked. But it's good news for our pack, because someone is about to take Lorna's place in control of the game, and I can reveal the stronger player until now is... Danny, down you come. Lovely to meet you. All right. So, our chess grandmaster takes control of the game.
Yeah.
Will he be as successful at this as he clearly is at chess? Time to find out. Let's play Beat the Pack. Now, you've still got a potential £8,000 that you could walk away with at the end of today's show. I mean, £8,000 would make a massive difference to your life, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's very expensive, actually, to play chess, you know, because you have to travel around a lot. It'd be nice just to be able to get on a train and just go around Europe and just stop off and play, you know, play some tournaments along the way. So, yeah, it'd be fantastic. Yeah, make an absolute massive difference.
Okay, so to help Danny live his dreams, we're hoping that he can survive the 4 categories up there. What's your initial reaction to the 4 categories we're going to play?
I think I'm quite good on film, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go with film heroines.
Okay, Danny's going to start with film heroines. Which of these film heroines was not played by Angelina Jolie? Christine Collins, Evelyn Salt, Natasha Romanoff, Marianne Pearl. Danny, have a think. Pack, please answer now. I think the pack answered pretty quickly there, whereas you've just given us a very big sigh. Is that a sigh of, I've got no idea what the answer is?
I've got a vague idea what it might be. I know Evelyn Salt was, she definitely played that because I've watched that film. Marianne Pearl, who's the wife of Daniel Pearl. It's just between the other two. I think I might have to play my double answer. I'm going to go for double answer on Christine Collins and Natasha Romanoff.
Danny has chosen to play. Let's lock in the double answer. And Danny has given us Christine Collins and Natasha Romanoff. You know the rub here, Danny.
Yeah.
If one of those is the correct answer, £2,000 straight into your bank. A brilliant start. We move on to the next category. If it's neither of those, you're out. Okay. Is Christine Collins the correct answer? No. So everything now rests on Natasha Romanoff. Is Natasha Romanoff correct? Yes! What a start! Well done. Well done. Let's put £2,000 in Danny's bank. Right, Danny. To move the game on, you need to choose one member of the pack to eliminate.
I think Alexander is actually the brightest out of all of them. I'm sorry, I hate to do this, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to send Alexander home.
Alexander, sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Did you get that answer correct?
No.
Okay, so he was wrong anyway. I'm afraid to say, Danny has spoken. It's Danny's game, so you must leave the pack. Thanks for playing.
Thank you very much.
So let's move on. You're halfway through the game. Ball games, the number 4 and politicians are our 3 remaining categories worth up to £6,000. Where next?
I'm going to go for politicians.
Politicians is Danny's next category. This is the £2,000 question on politicians. At the 2010 UK general election, how many women candidates were elected to Parliament? 103, 123, 143, or 163? Danny, have a think, pack. Please answer now. So this is for £2,000, Danny. You're up against 4 members of the pack. Play or pass?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass on this question because it's too difficult.
Okay. Well, Danny's being quite honest. He says he simply has no idea, so he's chosen to pass. Let's see what the correct answer is. 143. So now attention turns to the pack. If Anna, Chev, Colleen and Tom all knew the correct answer, Danny's game is over. Let's see how they did. And half the pack knew the correct answer, Anna and Tom. Well done, Tom. How does it feel to give us the correct answer at this stage in the game?
Love that one, yeah. Knew that. Complete guess, Jay.
Anna, was it as much of a guess for you?
It was a guess, but I didn't like the number 103. 123 is too simple, and 163, well, I just jumped to the number 3, didn't I?
Fine.
Yeah.
Why not? So I think Tom and Anna clearly don't know very much, but it doesn't matter because they both guessed correctly. They're both through to the next category and in the safe area. Well done.
Thank you.
The next question is worth £1,000. Who was the British Prime Minister during the Suez crisis? Winston Churchill, Harold Macmillan, Alec Douglas Hume, or Anthony Eden? Have a think, Danny. Pack, over to you. Okay, so the pack have answered. Would you like to play or pass?
It's funny actually because yesterday I was actually thinking about the show and I was actually thinking that this question might come up. I'm pretty sure it's Anthony Eden.
So you were thinking about this very question only yesterday, and you think the correct answer may be Anthony Eden.
I think I'm going to have to play on this because when you're confident about a question, I think you have to go for it. So I'm going to play Anthony Eden D.
Let's lock it in then. Has he got another £1,000? Is the answer Anthony Eden? It is Anthony Eden, Danny, another £1,000. Well, Danny, look, you chose to play. It was the right decision. You gave us the correct answer, and it was worth £1,000. Let's add that to your bank. Well done. So Danny now has £3,000, and one member of the pack is about to leave us. So who would you like to say goodbye to and why?
I would like to eliminate Chev. I've just got a feeling that Chev could be very strong at the end of the game, and I'd rather get rid of her now. Sorry, Chev, because I can see you being a big threat later on.
Okay, well, Chev, did you get that last question correct?
No.
Okay, and I can also tell you, Chev, you are the worst player in the pack at this stage of the game. So it remains to be seen whether Danny has made the correct decision at this point. Chev, with an incorrect answer and being a vulnerable member of the pack at just the wrong time, and you must leave the pack. But thank you very much for playing. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
So, Chev walks away, but let's bring back the pack. Just 3 members of the pack remain, and only 2 categories. We are 2 categories away from the final, and you've got £3,000 in the bank, Danny. You could still win another £4,000 to add to that. So let's move on. Ball games or the number 4. Where next?
You know what? I think I might play what I believe to be my stronger category now, which is ball games.
And let's have a look at the £2,000 question. Which indoor game was invented in the 1890s by a PE teacher called James Naismith to exercise his students during the winter? Squash, basketball, handball, or volleyball? Danny, have a think. Pack, please answer now. So this is worth £2,000.
Tempted to go for it, because if I get it right, I think it's a 50-50 between squash and basketball. If I get it right, then I'm down to the final. But I think I might have to pass this one.
Okay, Danny, a decision that could make or break the game for you.
Absolutely.
Play or pass?
I am going to pass.
Okay, Danny has chosen to pass on the £2,000 question. He would have said either squash or basketball.
Probably squash.
Let's have a look at the correct answer. It was basketball. You chose not to play it.
Chose not to
So
play
now
it.
you're vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
Because if our 3 remaining pack members all guessed basketball, then £3,000 and your game is over.
Yep.
Let's see who knew the correct answer. Colleen, well done. There's a slight little shock on your face there, Colleen.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
Because, well, I sort of worked it out, but it was mostly a guess.
Colleen, through to the next category and the safe area once again. Well done. Let's move on to the next question. It's worth £1,000. Which of these substances is a major constituent of a traditional cricket ball? Cork, celluloid, wax, or sand? Have a think, Danny. Pack, please answer now. You said this was your strongest category of the lot. How are you finding it?
This is a horrible question. Because I know it's not wax. I know it's celluloid. So it's between cork and sand.
Which one?
I'm going to play cork.
Okay, so Danny has chosen to play and is playing cork. Let's lock in cork. If it's cork, you are one category away from the final.
Sure.
And your bank will be worth £4,000. Get it wrong, you leave with nothing.
I think I've got it wrong, actually. Well, we'll see.
Ready to see the correct
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah.
Is cork the correct answer? Well done. Well done. Danny, I'm so happy to say that you've just got yourself another £1,000. Well done, man. Brave play. Really brave play. So we're going to move on. But before we do, you can choose whether Anna or Tom should be eliminated from the pack.
This is very difficult. But the reason I went for sport was because I wanted to eliminate the last male player, who I believe is the strongest player left in the game, and that is Tom. So I'm sorry, Tom. I'm going to have to send you home.
Okay, Tom, I'm really sorry. Bad news for you. Tom, we haven't seen too much from you actually during this game. So what's the aim for you? Just to have a nice, quiet game in the pack, not stand out and make it through to the final?
Hang around in the shadows, wait for my time to pounce. But, oh well, not this time.
Disappointing for you. Did you get the last question right?
Yeah, I did. Cork
Did.
it, yeah.
Which perhaps leads us to realise just what a strong player Tom is, Danny. So maybe you've made a really good decision there. But Tom, it's a really bad decision for you because I'm afraid to say you now need to leave the pack. But thank you so much for playing. Well done,
It's been a
Tom.
great day. Thank you very much.
Okay, Colleen, let's bring back the pack. And now we come to our final category of the number 4, and you've got £4,000 in the bank, Danny. You could still win up to £6,000. Should we do it?
Yeah, I'm going to choose number 4.
Thought you might. Let's take a look at the £2,000 question. When the battle's lost and won is the 4th line from which play by William Shakespeare? Antony and Cleopatra, Othello, Henry V, Macbeth. Have a think, Danny. Pack, please answer now. And very quickly, the pack lock in their answer. Play or pass?
Well, I know it's not Macbeth because I think the first scene is doing the witches. I don't know Othello. I don't know Antony and Cleopatra. I know Henry V is mainly about the Battle of Agincourt.
Danny, are you going to play or pass?
I'm going to pass.
What did you think the right answer was?
I started thinking maybe it was Macbeth. Maybe one of the witches said that same line.
So Danny thought it may be Macbeth, but decided to pass. Let's reveal the correct answer. Danny, that battle, you lost.
I think I'm out.
Have you lost £4,000 and your place on the show with it?
Yeah.
If Anna and Colleen both know the correct answer, Danny's game is over. Let's see who got it right. Oh, Danny, you survived. You're still in the game, Danny. Colleen, you have qualifications in English?
Yes.
What do you have?
I have a degree in English from Sheffield University.
Well, Colleen, what a fantastic time for you to know the correct answer, because it puts you into the final to make your way to the safe zone. Well done, Colleen. Right, Danny, you against Anna for a place in the final. Let's move on. The next question is worth £1,000 and it's easier for you both.
Right.
In the periodic table, which chemical element has the atomic number 4? Beryllium, barium, bromine, boron. Anna? Please stop giggling and answer now. So Anna's answered. A nervous giggle, you think, from Anna?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. She might have looked this up. She might be a chemical expert. I mean, I'm going to have to pass because I really don't know this.
You've got no idea at all?
No,
Nothing stands out this time?
I'm rubbish on stuff like this. This is why I should have gone for the last question. So I am going to pass and just hope that she doesn't get the correct answer.
Okay. Danny has chosen to pass on the £1,000 question. Let's reveal the correct answer. Beryllium, which is a hard grey metal. So at this stage, you're happy with your decision?
I'm happy with my decision because I would have got it wrong.
Okay. So at the moment, you're still in the game. You've
Yeah.
chosen to pass.
Yeah.
But if Anna knew the correct answer, you are out.
That's correct, yeah.
Anna.
Yeah.
She looks so sweet and innocent, doesn't she?
I am.
Anna, to end Danny's game, to take away the £4,000 he's already banked, did you answer A, beryllium? Let's see if Anna got the question right. Oh, Danny.
Sorry.
Anna, how did you know that?
Good question, but science I wasn't very good at. I was good at biology, whereas this is more physics, isn't it? Well,
Anna,
yeah?
I think you may have guessed, because this is chemistry.
Is it chemistry? I was rubbish at that too.
Well, Danny, maybe your real undoing was that cheeky smile from Anna, which kept
She
her
was my
in the
nemesis.
pack.
She was my nemesis.
That smile kept her in the pack until the very end.
Yeah.
It means that you didn't beat the pack. Danny, your game ends here. Thanks for playing.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
What a shame for the game to end like that for Danny after being so brave. He leaves just before the final. But let's now bring back the pack. Colleen, back you come. So Anna up against Colleen in today's final, where they'll go head-to-head for the chance to come back on our next show as the control player with a chance to win up to £12,000. And ladies, I can reveal the stronger player until this point is... Colleen. Well done, Colleen. So Colleen's in control. Let's play the Beat the Pack final. And here we are in the final. Now, instead of playing for money, our two-pack members are now playing to come back as the control player on our next show. Colleen is now in control of the game, and Colleen, you will face 75 seconds of quick-fire questions. Keep on getting them right, and you leave here a winner. But answering correctly will take too long to answer. I'll stop the clock, and Anna will be given the chance to answer that same question. Now, Anna, if you can steal 3 correct answers, you will come back next time in control of the game. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, Colleen, you've played a quiet and stealthy game until now, unlike Anna. Are you ready to make some noise at this point?
Yes.
Your time starts now. Which insects produce honey from the nectar of flowers?
Bees.
Correct. What is the first name of Paul McCartney's fashion designer daughter?
Stella.
is the right answer. Traditionally, how many strings are there on a violin?
6.
Stop the clock is incorrect. Anna, traditionally, how many strings are there on a violin?
4.
Is the correct answer. Well done, you've stolen your first right answer. So, Colleen, back with you, and 62 seconds to go. Time starts now. In 2008, Lewis Hamilton won the Formula One World Championship driving for which team?
Benetton.
Stop the clock. That's the incorrect answer. Anna, for your second steal, in 2008, Lewis Hamilton won the Formula One World Championship whilst driving for which team?
Vauxhall.
Vauxhall is not the correct answer.
I don't know cars.
The answer was McLaren.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I don't know cars either.
Colleen, a let off for you. 55 seconds to go. The time starts now. Comedian Tim Minchin produced the original songs for a West End musical based on which Roald Dahl book?
Matilda.
Correct. The Colosseum and the Leaning Tower of Pisa are tourist attractions in which European country?
Italy.
Correct. Which author wrote the novels Bleak House, David Copperfield, and A Christmas Carol?
Charles Dickens.
Is the right answer. The cornea is in which organ of the human body?
The eye.
Correct. Which pop singer has been married to Kevin Federline and Jason Alexander?
Britney Spears.
Is the right answer. What is the name of the official country residence of the British Prime Minister?
Checkers.
Is right. In a famous Botticelli painting, which Roman goddess stands naked on a seashell?
Venus.
Correct. Which bird native to Africa lays the world's largest eggs?
Ostrich.
Is correct. Prince Albert was the consort of which British monarch?
Queen Victoria.
Correct. Which fruit, when eaten once a day, is said to keep the doctor away?
Apple.
Correct. The Dark Knight Rises was the third in Christopher Nolan's... The time is up, I'll finish the question. The Dark Knight Rises was the third in Christopher Nolan's series of films about which superhero?
Batman.
And with another correct answer, 75 seconds is up. You stayed in control. Colleen, congratulations, you're our winner today. Well done. Anna, you were great fun.
It's been brilliant. Thank you for having me.
Well done. You enjoyed yourself.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, Colleen, well done.
Thank
We
you.
look forward to seeing you next time when you return in control of Beat the Pack. Congratulations to Colleen. And make sure that you join us next time when Colleen will have the chance to win up to £12,000. I think she might do quite well, but only if she can beat the pack. Bye-bye.